Welcome to Fashionably Broke.
I'm kidding, don't use that.
Just wear whatever the hell you
Like,
want.
literally just...
We're living on a McDonald's budget.
Just because you're broke doesn't mean you have to dress like it.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Fashionably Broke podcast, episode 89. We're getting closer and closer to 100, and it's like kind of freaking me out that we like have that many episodes. Like, how do we find stuff to talk about? Like, that's my thing. But
I know.
I'm excited about all the topics that we are going to hit on today. But as y'all know, we always start with highs and lows, weekend recap, all the such of what happened throughout the week. So, Maddie, take us away. What'd you do this weekend? Highs and lows.
I again just didn't do anything crazy this weekend, which like makes me so mad because I feel like I haven't done something literally in forever, especially like since I was traveling. And like my goal this weekend was like, I hate to say it, but to like get an Instagram picture, or, like post on Instagram, post on whatever. And obviously that didn't happen. I went out for like a hair of like an hour, basically, and then everyone left. So, didn't really do much. I was super lazy. I literally did not leave bed once on Sunday. But I watched 2 entire series this weekend. But they were cute. They were fun. So, yeah, literally was a lazy bones. Highs and lows. It's a really big week for me for work, and it's just very daunting, and I'm honestly not really looking forward to it. So I'm just ready for like it to be over. So it's gonna be a very, very, very busy week for me. And then I decided to, on top of all that, this is like a high. This is something I'm looking forward to. Is I'm going to like on Sunday tailgate with Jack Daniels for the Titans. So I guess that's fun. Like a perk of working in the industry, the alcohol industry. So I'm excited for that. I haven't looked in to see if I like want to get tickets or if I can get tickets. But I'm gonna go tailgate, so I'm excited.
Fun. No, that'll be like a good way to like end the weekend. You know, just end it on a good note.
Yeah, exactly.
You might be exhausted, but
I will be. Yeah, that's the problem is I don't know how I'm going to actually do it because the tailgate starts at 10 a.m. And like, to those that don't know, like I'm putting on a festival and I will most likely be working like Saturday until probably like midnight. And the last festival I threw, I walked over 30,000 miles.
30,000 steps.
Thank you, steps. Oh my God, that would be insane. And probably not possible.
We know what you mean. We know what you mean.
30,000 steps. Wow, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna be exhausted, but who cares, right?
Yeah, no, it'll be a fun way to end the weekend, and it will just be like, go out with a bang. You know, you only live once. It's fine.
30,000 miles. Of course I said that. I'm not shocked at all. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that's going on with me. Again, super boring. I wish I had like more fun updates for y'all, but I just truly don't. And it's really starting to like hit that like my life has been pretty boring and like I haven't done anything crazy and exciting. So I'm getting like the itch
to go somewhere or do something.
I think I'm just gonna go insane. Like I truly
think.
The
holidays are coming up. Things are about to get freaking crazy. So soak it in.
Holidays, I don't go on like any holiday trips other than seeing family. Like I need to do something crazy. Like I literally said this past weekend, like I need chaos. I want chaos. I'm looking for chaos. Chaos did not ensue. Chaos did not happen.
Yeah.
So where's the freaking chaos?
This weekend. For you. That's gonna be the chaos.
Okay, not work involved. I need like fun, crazy chaos. So, yeah, and then my little sister's coming in a few weeks, in like 2 weeks.
Oh my God,
I
really?
think. Yeah, she's coming for like the first little weekend here. So like I need to get through like this like crazy work week and then like I can actually plan what the heck we're gonna do.
Right.
So I need to do that.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Fine, I'll come too.
Yeah, you should. You should. I think it would be fun. So I'm just trying to, gather the troops and do stuff that she'd want to do. See if anyone else wants to join.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Fun. Yep. Yeah, I'll think about joining. Let me know the weekend. See if I'm available.
Should. It's literally October 26th. That weekend.
I actually have nothing going on that weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll book your flight.
Well, we'll talk about it after this. Well, as y'all can see, I look crazy because there's just no way I could have done my makeup. I woke up at 3:45 this morning and I've just been going and going and going. But it was a great weekend. I was at Disney World with
so jealous.
My sister, and then basically my sister's sister-in-laws. I guess that's how you, right?
Who else went?
Gabby, Josh's little sister. And
so yeah, her
Kara.
sister-in-law. Yeah.
Kara.
So her sister-in-laws. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So it's just like a big old sister trip. So it was definitely
fun.
So much fun. But I mean, Disney is a vacation where you need a vacation from the vacation. Yeah. Like the blisters on my feet. I was wearing Hokas and Sambas, but like low-key, my Sambas were more comfortable than my freaking Hokas. Like,
really?
Yes, my Hokas gave me 2 huge blisters on my feet.
Have you worn them before?
Yes. No, I wear them all the time. Like, they're like dingy worn. They're worn in, trust me.
Damn.
Yeah, but I mean, it was so much freaking fun. We got to ride so many rides. We rode Tron, like the newest ride, literally probably like 10 times. Like, we were getting so lucky with like wait times, or like Tron would shut down and people would leave and then they would open it back up and we just like run over there. Oh my God, it was so much freaking fun. And then the last day, we went to Animal Kingdom for half a day, and then we went back to Magic Kingdom for the Halloween like parade. And me and my sister, me and my sister were the only ones who went to the holiday parade, or the Halloween parade.
Same.
Whatever, same freaking thing. And it started pouring rain. Like, it was drizzling all day, like off and on. And it was like, like you can deal with it. It is what it is. Like, it's fine. Oh, I mean, we got to Magic Kingdom and my hair was dripping wet. Dripping. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is getting crazy. I was like, Kelsey, we might need to leave soon. Like, and because we were trying to stay till midnight because that's when the park closed, and like we wanted to ride Tron again and this and that. But I mean, we were miserable. We were shivering. It was cold. We were wet. Like it just was not great at the end. But overall, the trip was freaking amazing. We got back a little late to our hotel, and then woke up at 3:45 to fly out.
So were you gonna stay out at the park till midnight and then just not go to sleep?
I think that was our plan. Yeah. But once it started raining and like all this and that, we're just like, we can't freaking do this like whatsoever. Because we probably would have gotten back at like 1 and then like packed up, got ready and everything.
And then had to just leave for the airport.
Yeah. Yeah, that was going to be our plan. But we ended up getting back at like 11:30 midnight.
Oh,
so I mean, it was still
so
like late. Yeah. No, it was still late. And then we woke up at 3:45 just to get our things together and head out because we wanted to get to the airport a little early because, as you know, like everyone is evacuating in a lot of like Florida, and we were just scared that like it was going to be freaking backed up with like people, flying home or flying elsewhere. But I mean, it was busy, but it wasn't like crazy busy.
Yeah,
so.
It's a good thing that like they were. Like, I know that the hurricane hasn't hit yet, but I've heard a lot of airports are closing, and, like, a lot of flights are just grounding early. So it's a good thing that y'all could make it back.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was like, this could not be more perfect timing because, like, if we went a week before, it would have been like the other hurricane that just hit. And then now, if it's a week after, it would have been the hurricane that's freaking coming.
Yeah.
And it's just like insane because I landed and I got a text from Southwest saying, like, because of weather conditions, like, your flight could be canceled. So, I mean, good thing I was already like back in Texas. But I was like, if we would have had like a later flight or something, like it would not have been good. Or
Damn.
like stayed a day later, it would not be freaking good. And I just can't believe Florida's about to be hit again.
And then they're projected to get hit for a third time, too, which is just crazy. And this one is projected to be even worse than the first one, and potentially be like a category 4 or 5.
Yeah. So I don't know. I praying for all of Florida and all the states surrounding, as we have seen the one before of what happened. I mean, it's becoming insane, and I just hope we can get everyone help who needs the help and can get back on track with everything. But
absolutely.
On a lighter topic. But I mean, I would say that's definitely my high, but also I have homecoming this weekend for Tarleton. So I'm excited to see all my college friends. And then my low.
Maybe some college enemies.
Yeah, enemies for sure. For sure. Like, oh my God, hey Cassidy. I'm like,
Hey.
hi.
I'm kidding.
My low. I don't think I really have a low.
Well, that's so good.
Yeah, I kind of have this cough again, which is concerning me a little bit. But I just think it's like allergies. Like my allergies have been freaking crazy lately.
Yeah. Well, and just you're traveling and then like going to Disney and doing all of that walking and all of that like strenuous stuff.
Yeah.
So those roller coasters probably just shook up what was left in your lungs, and so now you're just
Freaking
coughing
literally.
the rest up.
Literally. Yeah, no, I can only assume that's freaking what it is.
Yeah.
But I think that's a wrap up on me. I mean, I have not been chill. I have not been playing it cool. I've been go.
See, the thing is I don't want to be chill. That's the thing. But I'm the only one that doesn't want to be chill. And so I'm like, this is starting to become an issue because I can't just go do stuff like alone all the time. I can't go out alone. I can't get into trouble alone. That. So it's like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
And it's really starting to irk me because I need to do something
and have Morgan come as well.
Super fun. Yeah, I know. That kid is convinced that like Fort Worth is this huge city and it's like just like Dallas, and I was like, dude, you've never been. So I'm like on this whole like mission, get Morgan to Fort Worth so that he can see what it's like and like see that it still has like this small town feel, but like sure, like Fort Worth covers a large area, but it's not like city.
Yeah, it's nothing like Dallas. Nothing.
So it's Operation Get Morgan to Fort Worth so that he can be like, oh yeah, sure, I could see myself living here. And then we can start the 5-year plan to move.
Okay, slay. Yeah, we'll get him here like beginning of year. See how that goes.
We have to.
No, we will.
And
next time you come, he has to come.
We literally got in a fight about it at our friend's house because I was like, okay, no, like you don't know, you've never been. And he's like pulling it up on a map and he's like, do you see how large the surface area is? I was like, but that's like neighborhoods. That's like so far out. Like you will never understand until you've been there. And like even my stepmom was like, yeah, is he stupid? Because Fort Worth is like nothing like Dallas. It is always going to have a small town like feel.
Right.
Because they like want to keep it historic.
Yeah. No, we'll have to get him to come. We'll hit up the stockyards. We'll do all the things. And then he's going to fall in love and be like, I'm so sorry, Cassidy. Like, I love it here. And I'd be like, I know. Just move.
And then we're going to be like, sorry, you can't ever get rid of us, Kassidy.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a guest
And
bed.
then
Come on.
she's gonna be like, God, can they please move back to Nashville? I'm sick and
No.
tired of them.
That would be so fun to record in podcast. Jesus Christ, I cannot.
Yeah, in your house, because you'll have your own podcast studio. I'll just come over every Monday and we'll record together. Duh.
Yeah, no, that would be literally perfect.
And then I'd come over on Tuesdays.
We'd
And
edit
Wednesdays,
together, social media,
and Thursdays, and Fridays.
happy hour Wednesday.
Saturdays. Not Sundays, though.
No, lazy bones.
It's my
day.
break.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah, exactly.
That's worse. But okay, so next on the list, top NFL outfits. You know what you saw this week, what you liked, what you didn't like. All the above for NFL things because we are a sports
podcast. Duh. I know, that's exactly why I'm going to the Titans tailgate, to do some recon for us. Duh.
Obviously. What other reason would you be going for?
Yeah. Okay, so I did not do my homework. I'm just going to blame it on work, to be honest, if we're being honest. And I didn't. I found 2 players for this week. So 2 is what we're going to have to deal with. Okay, first I have Anthony. He plays for the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
His last name, we think it's pronounced Orgy, but we're not sure. Okay, but Anthony, we did look
that's
it up.
how they pronounced it.
Yeah. So Anthony, he plays for the Saints. He was just wearing this like super cool like deconstructed suit, and it just was like sick. Slay. He didn't have a shirt on underneath. It's like an all tan like suit getup with like utility belt, and then like half of it looks like it's split open. It just looked so cool. He doesn't have a shirt on underneath, and he's just repping some chains. And then he's wearing these cool boots. They almost look like cowboy boots. They're just black, but they have like a metal detail around the toe. Ooh. And then he has a super cool bag. Like, it basically just looks like a giant glorified purse. It's super plain, but I can't tell like what the brand is. But he looks so chic. Like, it's a cool look. It's something that I really haven't seen like another player rock. And again, I like the like utility deconstructed suit type thing going on, especially with the no shirt underneath. He just looks really, really cool. And he has some sick glasses on. Again, another style that I really haven't seen a lot of the guys like rep and wear. So I really liked his outfit a lot.
Love.
Yeah. And then next I have Joe Burrow. Okay, I like this outfit, but I also don't think I do at the same time. I have mixed feelings about it. So it looks like he's wearing like a very, very, very dark, I can't tell if it's denim, but it's like a very dark navy little getup. A cool like bomberish looking jacket, just buttons up the front. He has a lighter blue t-shirt underneath, and then he's wearing matching jeans that again look very like same type of material. I just can't tell exactly from the photo if it's denim or if it's something else. He has some super cool shades on, some shades that we haven't seen him wear before.
Changing it up.
Yeah. But I can't tell if I love it or if I hate it. So those are the 2 that I have for you this week.
Yeah, I saw that picture, but I like couldn't figure out what he was wearing, and I was like, yeah, I'm over it.
Well, that's the thing, is like the jacket looks really cool. It would have been like super cool if it was like an all denim moment. I think the one thing that I really don't like about it is the color blue. He went with like a royal blue t-shirt underneath. I honestly think it would have been a lot cooler because like this getup looks like a super dark navy. I honestly think it would have been a lot cooler if he wore a white t-shirt underneath.
Yeah, no, I agree. Keep it a little more simplistic and not so hues of blue.
100%, especially because he has black sunglasses on. Again, not necessarily like my first choice in glasses. I like the shape on him and I like the style. I just wish they were almost like a different color. Even if they were like the blue to match the t-shirt, like that royal blue. I'm not the biggest fan of like royal blue. I think it just kind of depends on like what is that, you know, like what it is that that's like that's the color. Wait.
But I would never,
you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I would never pick out like a royal blue to like match with this set. That's like its own 100% shining moment.
It's not really like a color I go towards unless it's in like literally a sweatshirt. Like I would wear a royal blue sweatshirt just like around the house, but it's definitely not something that I would like grab on the daily. I like it in like little pops. Like if I were to get like royal blue nails, that's totally cool. Love that. But I almost feel like the royal blue in that outfit takes it away. And I think that the black sunglasses would have been okay if he wore a white t-shirt.
Okay, slay. Love it all.
Those are my notes.
I agree with him, with his outfit.
Okay, perfect. All right, Kassidy, what about you? This week I feel like was so tough for outfits. It
was very tough, and that's why I'm going to start out and say I'm going to be a hater this week, and I'm listing outfits I don't like, because it seems like no one was really dressing up this week. Some people had bye weeks. Like, it was just like not a good pool to pull from.
Yeah.
My first one is Travis Kelce. He's just wearing like it almost just looks like a plaid, like a big plaid. And he just has like the handlebar mustache, which I hate. And then he's wearing like like sunnies that like Joe Burrow wears, and like it just does not look great because he's wearing like a dark green top. Ooh. And then like light gray pants.
I do not like the shirt with the pants.
No,
I hate that.
Every single piece of clothing is like a whole different vibe. I'm so confused on what's going on here, and he usually like at least shows up and shows out in some kind of way, but all of this I am hating.
Yeah, definitely not my favorite look, especially too. I also don't like it paired with that Louis Vuitton necklace.
Yeah, the necklace.
I feel
and
like
the bracelet.
It's way too much going on, and he definitely needs to pick one style.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah. No, it just like was not my pick, and he actually got ejected from the game too.
Damn. Do you think this is like going to be one of his last seasons?
Or that might have been last week he got ejected. Or maybe it was because they're playing tonight.
What is it? Rejected. Yeah, you just got rejected. REJECTED. Rejected.
Isn't it ejected?
Not well, yeah, it's ejected, but
okay, I was
that
like, am I saying this wrong?
That just came to my mind. Rejected. Yeah, you just got rejected.
Now I don't remember what that's about from. It. That might have been last season because I saw it on TikTok. So like you can never trust the timing because they're playing tonight. Anyways, whatever. He's been slacking, and like it's been noticeable that like he has not been playing his best.
His head is just not in the game.
No, he's in love. He's in love. Okay, the next one, Maddie, you've got to look this up.
Oh, tell me who?
Cody Ford from the Bengals. Awful.
Is it on his Instagram or is it on the Bengals?
On the Bengals.
To be honest, I don't even know what Cody Ford is.
Awful. He's wearing denim jorts that go past his knees. It looks like a flannel wrapped around his waist, a black Carhartt jacket, and the best of the best, it looks like huge, chunky boots.
I saw that, and I was like, oh my god, it would have been so funny. Okay, I didn't know that's who that was. Yeah, I didn't know that was Cody Ford.
Yeah.
But I was going to be like, oh my god, I'm so totally going to pick this one. And then seeing if Kassidy's like, Maddie, what the actual hell is wrong with you? Because obviously it is the ugliest outfit to ever exist.
Like, what are these boots?
I don't know. I don't know what thought he was trying to do here. But it did not do a single thing. No. It does not look good. The boots, yeah, what the hell? What are those? For real, what are those?
And, like, I saw a video of him, like, walking, and, like, he could barely even, like, walk in them, like, right.
Who is
like, he just looks so awkward.
What stylist put this together? Because I know for goddamn
Him.
sure. No, I bet you a
Him.
stylist put it together.
No way.
No way a guy would ever pick those boots. What
That is
male would look at those boots and be like, hell yeah? None. They would think that they're ugly unless they had a stylist in their ear being
Yeah.
like, oh my god, no, these are
This
so
is
cool.
it.
This
Yeah.
is the future. Like, this is style. No.
Mm-hmm.
That stylist
No.
needs to be fired.
Fired immediately.
But I think
would
that
be
this
so
is
pissed.
a fashion faux pas, honestly, is just karma for everything that he's been doing. Everything that he
Period.
has done. So,
Period.
karma's a bitch, and it's
It's already
here.
hitting.
Yep,
Yeah.
and she is here.
That's hilarious. Okay, and then lastly, this isn't one I hate. It's just something I noticed when I was looking at different teams. The Houston Texans got completely new jerseys.
Okay, now I have to look this up.
And they're very like out there. It's almost giving like the Titans. Like, I mean, it's definitely like a more royal blue than like a baby blue.
Oh my god, it's literally the Titans have a navy jersey that looks just like this.
Yeah, like it's navy, bright red, bright blue. And then they also changed.
It almost looks black.
That's what I'm saying, but I think it's navy.
It
I mean,
is
it
for
has to be
sure.
navy,
That's
yeah.
a dark navy.
Yeah, and I mean they didn't change like the Texans logo, or maybe they did, but I see it's still in their profile picture. It's an H now.
I wonder if they're adding, because that light blue isn't a part of their like logo. Like, it's not one of their colors, right?
No, it just is like a normal red, even like a more toned down red. With
No, you're right.
navy.
They have totally changed their uniforms
they
this
like
year.
rebranded completely.
Holy shit! Yeah, this is like a full-on rebrand.
Yeah, and you can even see like the H that is now on everything and on the field too.
Ooh, I'm gonna say something super controversial.
Oh God.
I don't like the H. I don't like the font. I don't like the font that it's in. I think that they should have just stuck with the.
I think they should have stuck
Bull.
with it because it's just like it's a given. That's the Houston Texans like logo. Like you don't see like the Dallas Cowboys changing the star to like a C or like a D for Dallas.
I'm just really, to me, it looks a little too like collegiate, a little too like high school. Like, I don't know, I don't like the font that the H is in. I feel like the H can be cool. I feel like if they chose like a different type of like font.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just think they're really trying to like play into like from the H because I mean that's obviously like a huge thing for the Astros. The Astros are known just for like the H, so I think they're trying to get everyone on the trend.
Yeah, for the H.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just looks like
it does. You're so right. It looks so similar to the Titans.
yeah, their colors for sure.
Yeah, the colors for sure. For sure. I mean, like, the Titans definitely lean more into like that light blue. They do have I know that they do have an all navy like jersey. But they keep the red accent like literally the most minimal ever.
Right.
I like the new uniform. Oh, active alert. I probably shouldn't say it. The Swifties are going to come after me. I don't like Taylor Swift's outfit for tonight's game.
Me neither.
Oh my god, with the glitter freckles too.
Yeah, I'm just like confused on what's happening. Like I really am. Like the plaid or whatever the heck that is, I'm not a fan.
Do you think that they're like hinting at something? Because they're both wearing plaid.
I don't think so. I mean, I think we're just like headed into the fall.
To everyone watching, I just sat up and readjusted, and I'm wearing boxers currently. So
Oh my god, so am I.
Wait, really?
Literally, yes.
That is so funny. Oh my god. Oh, I
No,
love
me
it.
too.
We're
Me too.
twinning today.
We really are. We didn't even plan this. But yeah, I absolutely hate everything about this for sure.
Yeah, me too. Like, it ill-fitting. I don't like the sparkles.
No, it's the sparkles of like we're in the 8th grade again. I'm confused.
Her earrings are like Saturn. What?
Oh, they are. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Sorry, Taylor. Sorry, Tay. Okay, yeah, so a little disappointing in the NFL world. We get it, guys. Y'all are in week 5. We get it. We get it. We get it.
They're tired. They're tired.
Fashion
They're
doesn't
going
sleep.
downhill.
Fashion doesn't get tired. So you have to keep it up. But I did see like an old Alex Earl interview because she did the commercial for the NFL.
Yes,
for Fox.
I saw that.
So I thought it was the cutest commercial. Honestly, shout out to whoever came up with that. They deserve a raise because honestly, it's such a good, like, it is a good connection. Like, obviously, like, the NFL, especially last year with, Taylor Swift now dating Travis Kelce and just, like, starting to gain, like, a more female following than, like, prior years. I mean, obviously, they've had female followers, like, the NFL in total and as a whole. But I feel like now, obviously, like, in today's world, we have influencers, girls follow influencers, and a lot of them do end up dating professional athletes. And, like,
Must be nice.
it's such a, like, there's just so much potential. And obviously, Alex Earl is, like, one of the most well-known of the recent influencers. And, I mean, I loved that they had her try on all of the different jackets, and then of course she lands on like the Miami one, and then she's like, oh, I think I like this one, and then like the very end she has like the Fox jacket on. Super smart, and I love it. But I saw an old interview from, I don't know, I think like forever ago, like last year, and she's being interviewed, and she's asked a question about like, oh, do you think like sports influence fashion, or do you think like there's like fashion influence in the sports world? And she was like, yes. And it's so funny. She's like, getting to know Braxton, she's like, the amount of pressure that they feel to pick out their outfits for game day, she's like, it's insane how much pressure they feel to like look super cool, look a certain way, like obviously get good feedback. And so I'm glad that we're doing this segment, because I mean, this week was a little disappointing. But that's fine. There's next week.
Get back on it,
Get back on the horse.
Yeah. And it just sounded like it came out. Get back on it, horse. So that's whatever.
It's fine. Who I want to get on the bandwagon a little bit more, or have it be like a little bit more present, is the baseball players.
Yeah. I just don't really keep up with baseball that much. I really don't. Like, whatsoever.
Well, right now in my household, literally just football and baseball are on repeat. So yeah, it's all I'm seeing lately.
Sounds like it. Because I don't know. I've been seeing that TikTok circulate of like that guy who like hit a home run to win it and like running up to his son. I couldn't even tell you what team he plays for though. So disregard anything I say. Because I don't even know like when baseball starts or ends, or like what's happening.
So right now they're like into like the, like it's, ooh, I'm not gonna say it because I'm probably so wrong. So never mind. Moving on.
Anyways, we'll stick with football.
Moving right along.
Our NFL outfits of the week. So we are going to go into one topic to kind of just like hit on it real quick, because I mean, it is a huge topic that is going on right now. And that is Kamala Harris going on Call Her Daddy.
Yeah. So I don't know about Kassidy. I'm not going to get like, I want to talk about it in honestly a very non-political stance.
Right.
Because to me, this was just very tone deaf with the amount of things going on in the world right now. Obviously, you know, the heat's on. It is election year. And, you know, pretty much right now, most people are seeing political stuff, football, and, you know, whatever's trending on Netflix right now.
Right.
You know, honestly, let's be real. Like, that's pretty much what's circulating all over everyone's For You pages. And even if you aren't that political, which that's kind of where I fall. But I saw a video today, and I sent it to Kassidy, and Kassidy was like, oh, I've honestly been meaning to ask you if we can talk about this. I just didn't know how you would feel about talking about it. But to me, I'm taking, like, a non-political stance on the fact.
Right.
And not because I am just one of those people. I don't talk about my political views online, which there's nothing against talking about it at all. At all. That's just how I approach it. And I commend anyone that approaches it the opposite and does express their views and, you know, their stance on social media. Everyone has a right to. And I fully support everyone's right to do so. It's just so very out of touch, so tone deaf. Obviously, you know, you can't control natural disasters that happen and the timing of things, but I just don't believe that she should have gone on Call Her Daddy of all podcasts. There are so many political podcasts. There are so many political podcasts that cater to the younger generation, that cater to young listeners. Call Her Daddy is not one. I don't care what Alex Cooper's stance is, who she's voting for. I literally could not give a shit about who she's voting for. She is not the person that anyone should go to gather their political views, their political knowledge. And I can see where they might be coming from as to, like, why they turn to her is, you know, she's the number one female podcaster, honestly, in the world right now. Right. And she has definitely changed her brand up and, you know, has gone into, you know, different interviews, and, like, she is, like, now an interview-based podcast.
Right.
Who interviews everyone from all walks of life. She's not, like, there is literally no reason. I saw a comment, and it was like, Alex Cooper was literally talking about penises the other day and giving blowjobs. Now she's interviewing Kamala Harris. Like, come on. Like, imagine in 50 years talking to your kids and being like, oh, yeah, like, our vice president at the time went on a sex podcast to, talk about her political stance and, like, her policies? For why?
Yep.
For why? There's no need. There truly is no need. And my stance on the fact is like, if Alex really wanted to, you know, talk about politics, talk about policies, I think that it's only fair for her to interview both candidates so that they can discuss their policies to, like, her viewers. And so that if she's really trying to be, like, educational about it, again, I haven't listened to the episode. I probably won't.
Yeah. No,
I don't think I will. Like, I definitely don't want to. So I think it's, if she's trying to, like, get young voters out there, I think then she should look at it of, okay, well, I want to educate everyone about both of their policies so that they can have some knowledge on, you know, for encouraging people to go out there and vote. Let's not be one-sided.
Yeah. So where I'm going to start is she came out with a statement that she did reach out to Donald Trump, and he did not get back to her about doing the interview.
I didn't know that then.
Yeah. So she said that. If that's true, I don't know. Who freaking knows at the end of the day.
Okay. So I do I guess I recant just a little bit because I didn't know that.
But still. Yeah. But the thing is, Donald Trump would never go on a podcast like that.
Because you don't.
That's not what it's here for.
It's
you
not.
know,
And I
you're
fully
talking
agree.
you're talking about sex, you're talking about this, you're talking about that. I mean, all you're talking about is sexual relations and how women feel about that. Which, sure, if that's what you want to do it. That is your own channel to do whatever you want to do on it.
Yeah.
Where I stand with all of this, everyone knows Maddie is very to herself about this. I am the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who I'm voting for. Everyone knows who I support. But I will never push that on you.
On anyone.
Right.
Exactly. On anyone.
No. I want you to get out and I want you to vote. I want you to do your research.
And to form your own
team.
Opinions. Yeah.
Right. That's what this is all here for. That is what it's here for. What policies you agree with, what you would disagree with, what's really important to you, and what's not as important to you. Get out and vote. That's all you need to do this election is vote. I don't care who you're voting for. Just do your research further than TikTok. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
100%.
There are tons of podcasts, tons of news outlets, this and that you can get information from. Anyways, moving on. It's just crazy that she's not doing a lot of interviews whatsoever. She has turned down a lot of interviews. And I think it would be a totally different story if she was, going on a whole podcast tour and hitting so many other podcasts.
It would make sense.
But she's not. It would make sense. It would be like, okay, whatever. This is one along the way.
Yeah, this is like the route that she's taking to campaign, and like that's what she's doing. Okay, it's something different, and you can't you would have to respect it then. I feel like you would have to respect it. There's just no...
There's no correlation. It's
no correlation. Makes no sense.
This is the hottest podcast that so many women of our age listen to weekly, keep up with this and that. And it's all about getting people our age to vote. And our age, to get out there and do this and do that. And I understand, because it is a sexual podcast, why they're talking about what they're talking about.
Do you know what they talk about? Because I don't know.
Abortion. That's all they talk about.
Okay.
Women's rights, abortion,
Okay.
across the board. That's all they were talking about. But yes, both sides. That is a huge thing to be talked about.
Yeah.
Everyone has different views. I understand that. But there's also a lot more.
Well, there's also other podcasts that are specifically about pregnancy, about all of that she like more educational podcasts. Again, she just needs to hit more educational podcasts instead of this. Like Alex Cooper's, it's definitely pop culture. Like, she doesn't, not every one of her podcasts is about sex, is about all of that. She's definitely veered away from it, but it's like still, there's absolutely no need. And two, sorry, I totally cut you off. You can continue. I'm so sorry.
No, keep going.
Well, just like, and two, I don't know when this episode was recorded. If I were on a potential president's campaign trail, I would have been like, hey, if I were on her team, I would be like, listen, we are going to reach out to her team and say, hey, we don't want you to release this right now. Honestly, now is not the time. Now is not the time. There's a lot of shit happening right now. Obviously, natural disasters, what I said earlier, you can't control natural disasters. Like, they hit when they hit how they hit. But right now, there's a lot of serious matters. So many deaths, so many people without homes, without, and literally without anything.
Right.
And there's another natural disaster headed towards the same state, like the same exact state. And then you have states that are literally landlocked, that are destroyed. People are like devastated. That's when you reach out to the team. Hey, Alex, sorry to screw up your entire plans, but right now, like, I'm sorry, the United States of America is in a little bit of a crisis. There are, like, we need to do our due diligence and focus on that, and we don't want to draw any negative attention on our campaign trail.
Right.
That is what should have been done.
Right.
Honestly.
So, off of that, it shows what she really cares about right off the bat. Yeah. I mean, I don't even care if you're well, it does matter because you are running for president, but if you were running for anything else, it would still be just as bad.
Yeah.
Just as shitty of what you're doing. And Alex came out with a TikTok that did say they had to cancel first time around. That she was supposed to record this day, never happened, never showed up. And then the second time that they were recording, she was like 5 hours late because she had to like deal with stuff from the hurricane.
Because she currently is the vice president.
President, correct. And it's sad to see all these TikToks of, you know, North Carolina is absolutely destroyed.
Yeah,
Destroyed.
Like the west part of the state.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like thousands of people still unaccounted for.
Mm-hmm.
Confirmed deaths. People don't have homes. People literally don't. They're like, homes were completely wiped away. People that are separated from their family still. Like, all of the animals that are like have been misplaced and you know, their homes destroyed. The wildlife, like, everything is completely effed right now.
Right. So thank God you sat down and recorded a podcast in the midst of all of this. And thank God you're not sending resources to the people who need it, or you're blocking helicopters coming in because it's an unsafe area.
But even so, like, you know, she could have even, you know, zoomed in and been like, hey, before the episode even starts, I want to, like, can we record this over Zoom about all of the different, you know, resources that people can donate to, that people can help, you know, all of the people in North Carolina, Tennessee, and Florida. Like, let's talk about that first because that's current, that's happening right now. And then, okay, maybe continue on with the episode, you know, clip it, bing, bam, boom. Okay, then the rest of the episode can play. But, like, let's start off with talking about the resources, talking about, and again, on me, it's like we're not pushing politics in anyone's face. We're not telling people anything. That was, I mean, I voiced that with Kassidy. Just, like, to me, that's what I wanted people to know. But we encourage you guys to, like, do your research. And, again, to also not let, like, pop culture really persuade your vote, because it tends to happen, and a lot of stuff does tend to be one-sided. And I think that it's, you know, someone that if you're trying to, like, you know, really be educated in your political stance in politics, I encourage you guys to always, like, look into both so that you can decide for yourself, like, where you align.
Yeah, no, I mean, I couldn't agree more with doing the research. And I mean, it's game time. We are less than a month out from elections. Early elections have already started in some states. I just encourage everyone to get out and vote for what's important to you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our right as a U.S. citizen, is to get out and vote for what we want to happen, you know, in this nation where we want to see change. And I think that a lot of people's eyes were open. I think this was a really bad thing to do a month out from elections.
Yeah.
I think it backfired when she thought it was going to be a great hit, in my opinion.
And to another thing, because again, like we talked about, Kassidy, I know you are a little bit more vocal about, like, who you vote for and, like, who you're going to vote for and, like, the policies that you know, stand with. I think it's also important to note because I know that you've received some hate for it, but I think that it's important to remember that, yes, obviously this election year, we do have two very extreme sides that are currently running. You know, you have very right, very left, but it also should be a time to, like, honestly bring the country together to be better, to do better, and just, you know, we are one country, like, and we're America for a reason. And I think that it's important not to shame people for their, you know, freedom of, okay, I have this opinion, and yes, I want to post about it. I think that everyone needs to respect each other's opinions, each other's views, because there's honestly no right or wrong. at the end of the day, we're all living in the same country. We all want the same the same things. Like, look at it as, hey, I respect your opinion. I don't know much about what you're posting about. Like, please, send me some resources, like enlighten me on like some information that I may not know about. But like, don't be mean to each other. Don't do something irrational just because someone is posting online what they believe in and like what they view, because that's why we're America, is we have the right to do so. So I think that's also another very, 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 very important thing to take away, is don't necessarily judge someone for like what they believe or what they think.
Yeah, and I think that it has just really opened my eyes with the amount of things that people have said about me posting about that, when there are so many other people, posting the same thing or the opposite side, where you don't see them getting hate.
Exactly.
And it really pulls me, back down when it's actually a close friend that ran me through the dirt. Like, and it's crazy to sit here and be like, I thought our friendship was more than that. And it's sad that again, there's an election
that's
like
breaking
this,
up friendships.
Right.
Over, like, at the end of the day, it's all the same goal. Is number one, vote on a new president, make the country even better than the year before. Just like we're all working towards, at the end of the day, even though there are two political parties that have different views, we're all still working towards the same goal. And we all live in the same country. We are one country, united. And it's just been crazy that this year, like, it's definitely like torn a lot apart, and it's just been very, like, very, very negative, and it shouldn't be a negative thing.
Yeah, and I think that's what's like bringing everyone down. I think this is a very close race, and either side has a great chance at winning. I mean, we're not going to know until it comes down to it. I mean, truly, it's going to be such a close race. It's going to be insane. And I just wish more people could set aside political views.
And it's just insane that people can't.
But the thing is, it was just up until this point. We've always had different views,
Always.
We've always had different views. I've always been outspoken about what I believe in. There are certain things
100%.
I believe in, and there are certain things that I don't believe in. And it just hurts me to the core that now that we're in this like pressure cooker of who's going to win, I'm going to be getting nasty messages from people closest to me.
Yeah.
Like, and I can only sit there and reply and say, I'm sorry you feel that way about me. Like, you have your right who you want to vote for. And I would never judge you for that.
Just as you have your right,
Right.
We both have rights to vote for who the hell we want to vote for. And that is it. The end, period.
Right. Yeah. So off the political soapbox, we just definitely had to hit on the call her daddy thing, since it was such a huge thing. And, I understand we are not a political podcast whatsoever.
Yeah, we're not trying to push anything on anyone.
Right. But I encourage you to get out and vote. It's our generation, our ages that usually don't vote. They don't care to vote. But, you have a month to do your research.
I've definitely been one of those in the past. So if we're being honest.
I mean, I think a lot of people have. I mean, I don't think there's been an election, in my opinion, that's been this big and this crazy and this controversial on every single side. But educate yourself, get out and vote, and
just please be kind. Like, that's honestly at this point, I'm at that point. Just be kind to everyone, no matter their political views, no matter literally no matter who they are. Be kind, please.
Yep,
please. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Nope, and one more, please.
Please, be kind. That is takeaway. Do your research. Be kind. Vote.
Yep.
Amen.
Perfect. Amen. God bless America. We need it. Anyways, moving on. There's just one thing. I guess this is kind of like a sadder, like serious podcast. I think we can hit. Yeah, I think we can hit on two more topics. The one I put down, and then the last one that you wrote down. So Taylor Grigg. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right.
I don't know who that is, and I meant to watch the videos that you sent me, and I'm so sorry I didn't.
So I didn't know who it was either until she passed away, because it has blown up on social media. So she is a Western influencer, and she's 25, so like around our age, and she had just gotten married about a year ago. And the second she got married, she just got very sick, was in and out of the hospital, you know, couldn't get out of bed some days, you know, couldn't walk some days, but she never came out with like what she was battling, if she was diagnosed with the sickness, if they didn't know what it is. She never outright said like, this is what's wrong with me, or this is what they're looking into, blah, 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 blah. And then it just came out that she passed out of nowhere. Like, it was very unexpected, very sudden, and she passed away. And her husband posted, like, she was going through more pain this entire year than, like, anyone should experience in their entire life. Like, she's one of the strongest people I know. So I really don't know what happened, or even if a lot of people know what happened, because she was very sick. But when she passed, they like still kept her on. Right. That nothing has been said about what it is. It's just, it was sudden and unexpected. But all her organs were getting donated because she was a donor.
Good.
Yeah. But and I know there's like some things that are totally like unrelated to this, but to me, if you're sick and you've been sick for over a year, I feel like your organs would be sick as well. You know what I mean?
I mean, obviously they make sure that the organs that are needed are like viable and good.
But it just gets me thinking of like
what it was.
Could it have been? Like, that's so crazy. But yeah, I did not follow her. I did not keep up with her. I never really saw her stuff until, I mean, everyone is posting about it.
Really?
Everyone. I've seen it everywhere. And like, granted, like, I went to Tarleton. There's a lot of like Western fashion. Like, I follow a lot of those people who have been reposting it, so it makes sense. But I just think it is so sad, and it's so unknown. And like, obviously they never have to say what it really was. You know, they can keep that to themselves. That's their own privacy. But it's just like, what is happening?
Like, it's so
and there's
sudden.
like, and there's a lot of people coming out about like how much hate Taylor got and how rude people were to her, and like, it's just crazy. Yeah. And that's, I mean, sad. It's just, everyone is like posting about how everyone needs to wake up off social media and just like be a decent human being.
Yeah.
Like,
that's been like my thing as of late, which brings me to, I don't know if this is controversial. I don't even know. This has been a very controversial podcast for what we normally do. I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is like something bad that you should or shouldn't say, but like on the topic of like organ donating, I am such an advocate for it that like I've told my parents that if God forbid anything, I want everything that they possibly could given, like everything.
See, we just disagree on so much. But my reasoning, because I was a donor for a very long time, until all of my nursing friends were like, if you want to continue being a donor, you know, that's fine, that's great, that's dandy. But you need to remember, in a situation where it's like, I don't know if she'll make it, she might not, most likely your parents have to make the decision of, because there's a certain time where your organs, you know, it needs to go, and they need to be able to use them. So
I don't want to be a
just,
vegetable.
like, wait around.
I'd be like, yeah, please. If I'm ever on, like, you have to put me on life support, if I'm on it for more than a day, cut it off.
But I mean, that's the thing. Like, you could come back completely fine, even after being on life support. You could come back.
Yeah. But then I
if
could
you're
save
brain
someone
dead,
else.
that's completely different. If I'm brain dead, let me go, please, God forbid. Like, don't do that to me.
But I've
I agree.
always been like that type. Like, I've always told my parents, like, literally, God forbid, I want everything because I want to give someone else a great life.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree. I agree to that extent as well. And also, a lot of the reason like people don't do it ish, I guess I would say, is because to have a viewing, obviously, at your funeral. But I do not want that at my funeral.
And again, I know this is again a lot of people controversial. I want to be cremated. Like I want my ashes spread in like my favorite places.
Yeah.
Like I want to be like let go, like celebrate me, go spread my ashes where I loved most.
Yeah,
and then I'll watch over you in heaven.
A viewing at my funeral. No.
I also think that that's a thing that's not really as common anymore. I feel like definitely with like our generation. Like I feel like oh my god, this is so morbid.
Oh fun.
Especially just like after like the next topic. Okay, but it's very morbid podcast. I feel like I would be very specific in like what I want for afterwards. Like because I want people to wear color to my funeral. I don't want people to wear black. Like I'm a very colorful person. Like I want the day to reflect who I am and like who I was. So like color, like I want people to like be happy and like celebrate.
Like a celebration, truly a celebration of life.
Truly. And oh, the other day I was hearing like someone saying like, oh, how they hated that term, which like again to each their own. But I was just like, why? Like, I don't want to be mourned. Truly, like I want literally only happy thoughts. That's why like to me viewings, I'm like I just don't understand it. Why would you like? I would never want someone's last thought image in their head of me is like in a casket.
No, I could not agree more. And I've gone to 2 viewings and I've
gone to some for family like years and I was young, so but I've never actually partook in the viewing.
Both I partook in, and it just
no, I couldn't do that.
No, it's literally an image that you can never get out of your head.
Yeah.
And that's what has made me be like, I refuse I'm sorry, but like their makeup don't always look great. No.
Well, and I know too, like in a lot of cultures and just like a lot of beliefs and like in like religions, cremation is not really like a thing. A lot of people don't agree with it, but I'm like, I definitely would want to be cremated. I mean, it's granted, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you don't have like necessarily like, you know, a grave or like a memorial to like go look at, but that's where I'm like, I would rather be like my ashes spread and in my favorite places, so like that whole place could be my memorial, you know?
Yeah, we can go visit every year.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, wow. That was heavy, that was deep. Okay, last thing. Again, this is going to be a very, very deep, but I feel like also very, like, informed, like, for you to be informed, for you to be educated. So October is obviously Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I was a Zeta in college, and that was our philanthropy, so I've always been, you know, such a, like, okay, October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Education Month, like, get educated, learn, it, you know, affects... God, it's been forever, like 1 in every 8 women. But also it can affect men. So Bridget, the owner of the bar, just recently came out and informed the public that she was just recently diagnosed with breast cancer. And she found out because she was doing her self-checks. Obviously, in our young age, we don't have to get mammograms done yet. That's what it's called, yeah? Mammograms, yeah. But one thing that when I was in college, you know, they very, very highly, like, pushed, especially being a Zeta, was self-checks. You know, feel for any weird lumps, bumps, odd shapes, miscolorations, blah, 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 blah. And if you see anything, go to the doctor. Don't be like, oh no, this is nothing. Because that's exactly she did. She found a lump and she went immediately to the doctor because obviously she was going through IVF because of like, you know, infertility. She's also a little bit older. I know she's like in her mid 40s. She still looks great though. But she, you know, right before her appointment, she found a lump and she told her doctor about it. Her doctor was like, immediately, I'm getting you in to go get it checked out. This is not like a joking matter. It could be nothing, but it also could be serious. And it was serious. So, ladies, do your checks, feel your sweater puppies, and if you notice anything odd or different, because it can literally pop up overnight. To another thing, especially for the women that are on birth control, sometimes it can cause a little bit more dense breasts, which is not necessarily a bad sign. It's just hormones going through your body. But it's always good to just be aware. Again, especially if you are on birth control, that is the one thing my gynecologist always told me, because I have denser breasts and sometimes they feel a little bit lumpier like during certain parts of the month, but it's just like my hormones, because I take extra hormones, birth control.
Right.
But it's always good to just be familiar with how everything feels so that if something feels weird, you know to go get it checked out.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. That is a good thing to do your self-checks, because I know for most insurance at our age, they don't even cover that.
Yes, they do not. Sometimes, I do have to say, I know this sounds weird too, you know, ladies, you know, we have to go at least once a year to once every 3 years, which I just found out for pap smears.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some insurances, they might charge you for it. I don't know. But I know the kind of gynecologist I used to see, she also, while I was in there, she would feel just in case.
Yeah,
because,
no, mine
again,
does the same thing.
You just can't start. Honestly, you can't start too early. Because now mammograms, you go like, I think when you're 40, maybe 35, but still.
I think it's 35.
Still,
but I mean, there are
just
just so many women getting it under the age of 35. And I mean, we live in a time where cancer is kind of getting out of hand.
Yeah.
And it's like really, really concerning. So I just educate yourself, check yourself, stay healthy, you know, do the things that you can do. Obviously, don't freak out. Like, you can only do so much.
Yeah.
And remember that, you know, just take care of yourself, stay healthy, and, you know, keep up to date on your yearly checks, checking yourself, all of the above.
Text your friends, tell them to feel their sweater puppies, okay? Their tatas. And you know,
I do have some good news though.
Yeah.
That I would love to shout out and like end on a higher note.
Perfect.
So my friend Anne a few months ago was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. So she has been getting chemo at MD Anderson in Houston, everything. Last week she went in for her PET scan, and I think she's about halfway through on chemo. And a PET scan is, you know, a huge thing to see how the cancer's doing, if it's grown, if it's shrunken, any and all of the above. And they were hoping that it had shrunk. You know, that's what you're expecting when you're going through chemo. She got her PET scan back, met with a doctor, and there are no active cancer cells, which is like insane, because she was not expecting that whatsoever, because it's only been a few months of chemo. Well, a few. It's been a lot of chemo still. But I'm just like, literally prayers to God that she, you know, has no active cancer cells. She's still going to go in for some kind of treatments. I don't know exactly what it is until December, and then hopefully be officially cancer-free by then.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, so literally just such a good thing, but, you know, keep up with your health. I think it's becoming, you know, a bigger thing. Maybe social media. It's just a well-known thing that a lot more people, a lot younger, are getting sick. So just keep up with yourself and, you know, take care of your body. We need to take care of ourselves.
Yes.
We can't be treating it like crap. I know this was a bit of a heavier episode, but I honestly think
Yeah, what's
that
wrong with us?
No, it was all great information. You know, stay healthy, take care of yourself, educate yourself, and go vote.
Yeah. Check your titties.
Yes, exactly that. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We hope y'all enjoyed this episode, and we will see y'all again next week. Bye.
Bye.